Hello, everyone. Welcome to this game where we're watching FireFox playing versus the TheLoniousMonk. I'm not sure how to pronounce this guy's name. Not even sure who it is. Might be a Smurf. Might just be not a Smurf. That might just be who he is. Nevertheless, he's a good player and he's consistently top 50. Oftentimes a lot better than that. And FireFox, you all know and love FireFox. So we're playing on key. And on key, we have 3 rows of cows, one in the middle, one in the left, and one on the right. And depending on the map, there'll be between, I think, like 4 and 7 in each row or something like that. Not even sure what the distribution is like, but nevertheless, you want to scout all 3 rows. So look what FireFox is doing. He's sending a Pharaoh on the left side, Monkey in the middle, and Priest on the right, thus securing a lot of cows here in the beginning. Honestly, could even argue you could use Vision in the middle, just so you know exactly where to go with your 3 units. So on key, very important to do a cow check. 14 here for FireFox. TheLoniousMonk, only 8. Only 8. And it's not like China is bad on key either. You get the Pioneer, and you can do the what's it called? Lantern on one side, and then the Pioneer in the middle, for example. But the beginning here from FireFox with 3 units just out collecting cows in the early game, I like it a lot. I do wonder now. I've never seen this. I've never actually considered set on this map, but I do wonder if you use vision in the middle of the map, immediately just grab all the cows, if that would be good. Whoa. Did you see that cow? That was insane. Nevertheless, 14 versus 8 cows. FireFox is going to be very happy about that. The matchup is Set versus Nuwa. It's a rare matchup on this map, to be honest, I think. But it should be an interesting one. Got the early monument in from FireFox also. Pharaoh, of course, has gone back. You don't want to send your Pharaoh out scouting for too long, because he is an economic unit in the sense that every villager here gets an additional 20% resources whenever they drop off resources. So if you have 6 here, this Pharaoh is like having more than, well, it's 1.2 villager here. Very important that you get him back home and start empowering stuff. So yeah, FireFox and I, we've been talking a bit about Set recently. Just theory crafting how to play him the best. FireFox always looking for new gods to master. He's mastered Hades, Ra, Isis, Nuwa. I guess he's over onto Set now. So we'll see how that goes. This game should be interesting. I said to FireFox, I think Set is a great god for him to try out, because he's so versatile. You can do so many different strategies with Set. And that's just something that's really good for just pumping out games with one god. Because even though you're just playing Set every single game, you can do tons and tons of different strategies. And I think that's something that FireFox likes to do. So we'll see how this goes. So far, the beginning with the 3 units collecting cows was really cool from FireFox, but it does seem like he's sort of slowed down now, getting himself hands off the Pharaoh, so his priests can collect relics. This one, Skulls of the Kerkopes, would be very, very good for both players. Genuinely, I'd say that's one of the most OP relics in the game. This one, so bad. Siege population -1. It's so weird. I never really picked this up, except for if I just want the favor part of the relic. Nose of the Things, plus 15% HP. That one is good. It's not something you obviously don't build around it. You just grab it and then it's good. But it's, yeah, I like it. Hero Generation plus 0.25. I guess you can grab it, but it's not gonna do much. So the big relic to grab here was the monkey one, and unfortunately for FireFox, TheLoniousMonk was faster than him this time around. And look at this. This is why the monkeys are so good. In the arcade gauge, they only have 1.3 damage, so that's not a lot. But when you get to the classical age, the damage pumps up to 5. And then you get, what is it, 6 of these monkeys? They're so good. They only have 3.3 speed, but you can use them as scouts. You can place them up here, and you can even use patrol on them. They're so good. Usually, I think the best use of them is to use them for aggression early on. Try to find early skirmishes where you can utilize the monkeys. And then in the mid-game, you want to just spread them out on the map and sort of use them as obelisks. Movable obelisks. Movable wards. So one up here, One up here, one here, some in the center of the map, you know. Whoa, what's going on here? It's a 2 TC boom from TheLoniousMonk and FireFox already with actually just the starting units here. So he sends 11 villagers and a bunch of animals, plus the snake, the Wadget, and the priest. And that's enough to actually fend off this attack. If you are playing Nuwa here, you can use Vanish to defend this attack. But given the fact that FireFox sent 11 villagers here, the Vanish wouldn't actually be enough because the villagers would have just chunked down the TC. So TheLoniousMonk forced to just retreat there. And this is not a bad position for FireFox to be in at all. He grabs the town center now. He just eats his animals. Look at this. Look how convenient everything is. He uses the animals early on to force the retreat from TheLoniousMonk. And now the animals are right next to the town center, which FireFox built. And they're being used for, obviously for food collection. So, really, really nice strategy from FireFox here. I didn't even see what he used vision on, but he used vision over here. You can sort of see the outline. And then he had an animal here, I suppose. That was so nice. And now TheLoniousMonk is in trouble. Oh, I was wondering, what are these sounds? It's the snow monkeys that are saying weird sounds. TheLoniousMonk has gone up here, and that's a really good town center he's found over here. Gold mine, gold mine, gold mine. And then there's snow monkeys and berries here. We had the snow monkeys. You tend to think of them as just baboons, but you zoom in and you can see they are these these weird Japanese monkeys, I guess. They did come with the Japanese Immortal... Is that what it's called? Immortal Pill? Heavenly Sword DLC. So both players on 2 TCs now. TheLoniousMonk slightly ahead in villager population, but given that he is China, it is to be expected. And 2 chillin', raiding over here. Very, very nice to have these myth units with lots of mobility here. It's very rough for FireFox to actually deal with this. Because what if the chillin' then moves from here over to the bottom? Your priests can't really keep up. So it's a rough spot for FireFox to be in trying to defend against these things. It's a good call from TheLoniousMonk to go for the additional chillin'. Really does a lot for him here. Excuse me, I should have switched the UI on top from the beginning. I'll do it now instead. So Segmet is coming in from FireFox. I wonder why he's going Segmet. One reason probably is because he wants to set up a siege camp, a Migdal, and then he wants to get that upgrade which allows him to build catapults, because that's going to be massive over here. He's got the gold right now for the Migdal. Maybe he wants to build that first thing just for the protection and then get the siege camp down instead, or afterwards. Can't get over the sound that these snow monkeys are making. Keep thinking, what is going on? Is my PC overheating or something? It's just the snow monkeys. Okay, Segmet is in. FireFox going for the Migdal, just as expected. And then immediately after, he's shift-clicked over onto the siege works. Yet to use Citadel, either use it at home, just for the population, or you can use it over here to make this town center even easier to defend. If this was me playing, I would honestly just use it over here on my home TC for the population. And of course also building villagers faster, going to next ages faster also. Very, very convenient. So what does FireFox do now? Citadel over here. Okay. But the question is, what units are he going to make? He's got plenty of options here. He can go like camels, chariot archers. He can do that just fine. But another option is... Actually, he should get a second monument. He's only got 22 favor. Because I was about to say, he can get the chariot archer upgrade, the bone bow. But he doesn't have favor for that if he also wants the force of the west wind. And another thing, if you get the monument as set next to the Migdal, then every unit is going to be cheaper. So I don't think there's any reason not to get that. Yeah, by 10%. I thought for a second, is it only barracks units? No, it's also Migdal units. And we do see that second monument coming up right now. Force of the West Wind now being researched. It's 90 seconds to research it though. So it takes a long while. While it's being empowered though, look at that from FireFox. While it's being empowered, it goes a lot faster. Now it's 51 seconds. So that's a huge play from FireFox. He wants those catapults in ASAP. Bit weirded out by the fact that he's queued up a siege tower after. Because surely once the upgrade is in, you want catapults instead. But I like this. How often do you see a set player empowering the siege works just to get the Force of the West Wind 40 seconds earlier? I like the play though. I really, really like it. And the Scarab is going to town. TheLoniousMonk doesn't have anything to stop this attack. He's got the 2 Chillin running around. They're also good at defending against the Chariot Archers. But he doesn't have many units at all. He obviously has gone heroic. 2 TCs heroic, so he's got the Baole over here. He's got some units now. 4 White Horse Cavalry. So we'll see if FireFox notices that. If he does, he's probably going to have to be building a lot more camels. He's got 3 right now. Yeah. Guess he's sort of predicting it currently. It is the standard play to make for China, so yeah, getting these camels in is huge. And now that first catapult is in from FireFox. And this is going to mean there's going to be immense pressure onto TheLoniousMonk now. Look at the range of this thing. The damage. It gets an extra 20% damage from Force of the West Wind also. Not only is it enabled in the heroic age, but you also deal extra damage with it. So it's an amazing upgrade. Oh my god, big catch from the Nuwa player. Killed like 4 Chariot Archers pretty much for free over here. But 3 siege weapons doing a tremendous job from FireFox. Now the home TC of TheLoniousMonk is down. We do have a Baole right next to it with the force protection on it though. We also see the Terracotta Riders out in full force. But yeah, the camels are a great unit of choice here from FireFox. And just retreating underneath the Migdal Fire and the Citadel as well. Citadel value coming in clutch here. So I do like, now that we see here, with this play in mind, the Citadel on the forward town center makes a lot of sense here. So that's also like the Terracotta Riders out now. That's nice for FireFox. He doesn't have to fear that. Well, if the TC is rebuilt, I actually think you can retrain it though. But nevertheless, it's 350 resources, so it's nice to get that out of the way.
Into you.
58 versus 56 villager population currently, so nice little advantage for FireFox. Like I said, it is expected that you should be behind the China player. But the fact that you're ahead now by 4 villagers, it's really, really nice. Even 2 town centers, one of them being a citadel. It's a good position for FireFox he's found himself in. Two Tao Wu produced from TheLoniousMonk, plus the 2 Chillin. And other than that, it's just horses and a single fire archer. And it just means that the army from FireFox, I think, is simply better. Oh my god, and we're back. The TC's rebuilt, but now that sort of gives the option for these 2 catapults to get a lot of value in. Look at the Tao Wu. Insane creatures. I love these units so much, but there are 7 priests on the side of FireFox. He can target them down with relative ease, as we saw here. One of the catapults even remaining alive throughout that whole ordeal. I would have loved to see FireFox try to heal these things up, because they are expensive. They cost 400 resources, and they're so fragile. So if you can take a little bit better care of them, that's very, very good for you. That being said, the catapults might go down, but other than that, it's just TheLoniousMonk's units going down here. 15 camels now. And you see it reflected on the score here. These skirmishes are going so heavily in favor for FireFox. And I think it's because of the camels that are just countering everything that TheLoniousMonk is throwing at him. The White Horse Cav, the Pioneers, the Fire Archers. Camel Riders counters it all. So if you want to go head to head against an army with this many camels, you need Halberdiers. Or you even need Chukunu. I think Chukunu can be a good unit against camels as well. Rare that you see China players getting them, but I think they're
Into you.
at least a better choice than fire archers when you're
Gun.
against camels.
Into you.
Yeah, but we see here such a nice surround on top of the two Kuafus, one of them being the chieftain, and that's such a nice pickup here from FireFox. Even getting a few peasants in the mix, getting a bunch of fire archers and white horse cav as well. Dude, the camel is just amazing, doing so much work for FireFox, and yeah, FireFox takes it. That's such a sick play with the early shifting sands into Migdal Stronghold, Force of the West Wind, and then you even have the Citadel for extra firepower. For extra firepower. So every time the China player goes aggressive, you can just retreat behind your Migdal, next to the Citadel center, and it's too much to dive. So I love this play. It's really, really sick from FireFox. Gotta keep this in mind myself whenever I play set. This is a really, really nice strategy. And you put yourself in a cool spot as well with the side build here. Obviously, you have like two bases. That can be hard to defend. We saw the issues with the early chillin'. But, the side build with the Force of the West Wind over here just seemed really, really sick. I liked it a lot. So, yeah. TheLoniousMonk tried to get this TC up here. A bit strange. If you like this game, make sure to like it and subscribe. Also, check me out on HUSKSUPPE. And I'll see you guys later.